Metal Wolf Chaos is the most patriotic game in America, which is impressive since it's made by the Japanese From Software and was originally released only in Japan, and only for the original Xbox, which was notably unpopular in Japan compared to its competition from Sony and Nintendo at the time. You play as Michael Wilson, President of the United States, and the rider of a crazy cool mech. The Vice President has enacted a coup and has used the military to enforce martial law in the United States, labeling the president as an unknown identity terrorist riding in the mech with a codename Metal Wolf, meaning you'll have to fly across America in Air Force One and liberate each town while winning back the favor of the people and clearing your name. You can equip up to 8 different weapons, switching between them using the pods on your back, or wielding one in each hand. You can dash in any direction, jump, hover, air slam, and use a super move which fires all of your guns at once. This game is just insane, primarily because of the story and the dialogue, with such amazing moments as
Suck on my missile punch!
I won't lose! And the reason is Richard Hawk am the last great American hero! Let's rumble! Eat my flame of justice!
He got me!
Justice is always victorious in the end! Long live the USA!
To be frank, while I enjoy this game overall, that kind of stuff, the dialogue and the story, is going to be the main appeal for people coming to play this game. Since most people here in the West never even had knowledge about the game or the funds to get the original game, as in, you'd have to buy an Japan Xbox for it to work and buy the game, which was physical only and pretty rare. Pretty sure it cost $200+ to get a copy for it before the, remaster came out. It's spendy for a single game. So there's not really going to be a nostalgia push for a game that nobody played. A lot of the appeal is going to be from people knowing about it through Let's Players doing it, like Best Friends Play. I remember they did a video on it some time ago. It was also released in 2004, and although the remaster does a good job of cleaning it up for the modern release, some of the textures and animations haven't aged well. The gameplay and progression is as follows. You begin at a map screen and select a mission, ranging from defeating the enemies on location to destroying select targets like bombs planted around the city. And each mission you complete will liberate the city from martial law and win over favor from the population there. Then you go to a loadout screen where you can choose your equipment, pay your team to research new weapons, or purchase weapons that have been previously researched. After that, you go into the city selected with full ammo and health, and you just go to town on the enemy. In regards to that, ammo is somewhat scarce in regards to your ability to replenish it, only appearing as a pickup from defeated enemies or destroyed structures, so make sure not to waste ammo on missed shots or weaker enemies. I say this because if you run out of ammo for any given weapon, you are fucked, and you'll rarely get a chance to refill it to a useful amount. One thing I had to learn the hard way: always stomp everything in your way. The stomp of this game is insanely useful and arguably overpowered. Most small vehicles are one-shot by it, you can kill every ground troop in a radius around you with it. It only takes a few stomps to destroy towers or buildings or tanks with it. And best of all, there's no cooldown or resources attached to it, meaning it wastes no ammo or health or boost to use it. And it can be used repeatedly as you see fit. When I first played the game, I thought it was just useful for ground troops in a cluster, and this led to the aforementioned problems with ammo. I was wasting all of my precious ammo on stuff I could just stomp to death. Speaking of gameplay itself, it's pretty entertaining, although at times it can feel a bit clunky or stiff, probably on account of it being released, again, in 2004 on the original Xbox.
Youngster, we don't talk about things like that when it comes to America. Clunky and stiff is what the enemy wants us to think, but to us patriots, we'd call it rugged and firm, like a fresh out of the oven apple pie or a Ford F-150. Brings a tear to your eye.
When it comes to the aiming, although rugged and firm, you get a pretty useful reticle that corresponds with the color of your weapon that is equipped. Green on one side, orange on the other. And it will light up when you are within range of what you're aiming at. The only issue this can present is that some weapons are not actually suitable for long-range use, and this can become a problem when it comes to distant targets or flying enemies. This became especially notable with the railgun that should in practice have a very long range, but even when they're relatively close, the round would just course on through. It's not so much a problem as much as this game won't play nice, and some of your shots will go through enemies because it's outside of their effective range, despite it clearly hitting them. It's a good thing the UI is well designed with that aspect in mind, otherwise I would think the game is actually broken. It didn't help that I skipped reading up on effective range as a stat at the loadout screen. With those points out of the way, I'll leave you with some choice bits of hilarious dialogue from this game, as that is what will motivate you to keep playing more than anything else.
Time for my afternoon tea. Nothing like sipping some delicious Darjeeling tea.
You coward!
Coward! Michael! You gonna complain? He's a coward. I can't win. Bravo, Michael. What lovely footwork.
Richard!
Now try dancing with me.
Richard!
Chasing 15 million feet after me. Now that's love. Well, I love you too, Michael. I love you so much, I can't stand it. So much, I want to kill you.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe and check out our other videos. We have more content coming in the near future, so stay tuned.